I was in my daughter's room talking to my daughter, and I said, "Oh, don't forget to take your water bottle, your Stanley." And she just looked at me and was like, "Stanley?" And she's like, "Dad, that's not a Stanley. It's a the like
Hydro flask?
yeah, maybe it was a Hydro Flask." It was as if I had offended her. She goes, "You remember when Stanley was a thing?" And I was like, "Yeah, you had to have like 8 of them."
Oh my God. All right, episode 169. We're back, Rob.
169.
We're back. What's up? We're back. It's summer. It's hot.
169.
The sun is shining. Birds are chirping,
Yeah,
warmth. So,
it is. We're in the rainy season. It
yeah.
rains for like an hour or an hour and a half every day, and then
Mhm.
it's just
Thick.
steam. It's
Thick.
thick
Yeah.
steam rising.
I know. Humidity. So when I first moved to the South, actually, growing up, I had crazy long hair. I know people were probably not going to be able to imagine this, but I had super long hair, living out West. And then, full blown heavy metal Holocaust, was totally into it, playing guitar and whatever. Right. And then I took tours of colleges down South, and it was like, I mean, just the humidity. And I was like, hey, if I decide to go to a school down South, I'm shaving my head, is what I decided. Right. That thick humidity. I was taking tours down in Savannah, Georgia. I mean, come
Oh,
on, right? For
oh,
SCAD. I mean, the
oh,
thickest, like,
muggy. Just
oh, dude, 10 o'clock at night, just like, it's like swimming while walking to the hotel, right? And I was like, all right, I'm going to SCAD. We're absolutely shaving my head. And so I went from like crazy long hair to like, I mean, just totally bicked it. It was crazy. So
all I picture is you walking around looking like the lead singer of Coheed and
I knew
Cambria.
you were going to say Coheed. I knew you were going to say that because that guy's hair doesn't sit down. It's
It
like a
does not
shelf.
stay down. It
Yeah.
just is. It just is
Yeah.
out. It's just
Oh
out.
man, there's a band I haven't listened to in a while. We were into those guys for a little bit. They had some cool storytelling, but then I don't know what happened. I just kind of fell off the Coheed train. So
I played them the other day because I
really,
had that same thought, and I was like, you know what? I haven't rocked the
yeah,
Coheed in a while. Um,
yeah. I mean, how many
it's that
albums
one
did they put
album
out?
that they had that one album that I really liked. I don't even remember the name of it, to
Yeah,
be honest with you.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
some like
But it was like, I mean, it was, a theme. I feel like there was a theme that kind of went, there was a story they were going to tell album by album or something like that.
of
Maybe I'm
course
totally
there,
making that up,
of course there was. I mean, they are the
Um,
prog rock. They are the new
yeah.
prog rock.
I will rock some Coheed after this pod, actually,
Do
in
it.
honor of this pod. But yeah, his hair, I don't know what his hair looks like. I mean, like whatever. So,
I mean,
all
you
through
can't
college.
change that hair. If you have that hair, like you have to rock.
No,
That's your brand. Like
no,
you
it's
have to
like your
rock that.
carrot top. I mean, you can't change the
You
thing.
can't.
That's a random thing, but like that's part of the brand.
Yeah,
So,
totally. Speaking of
um,
prog rock, I will give a quick shout out to the new Rush tour.
yeah,
The
it
new drummer.
kicked off a couple days ago, right?
It kicked off a couple days ago, and as most people probably know, Neil Peart, the legendary drummer,
Yeah.
Neil Peart, the
The
legendary
best drummer in
drummer,
rock and roll, right? I mean, arguably the best drummer ever in rock and roll.
the most technically
Okay.
sound drummer in rock
Okay.
and roll, I would say.
All right. I'll go with that.
That's a different debate, but passed away tragically, and
Yeah.
so they have.
I mean, it's been like 10 years, right? Or how long has it been? Has it been that long?
Yeah,
No.
I don't think it's been 10, but it's
Been over
been
5. Yeah.
several years anyway.
Yeah.
And so they hired a female drummer named Annika.
Yeah.
I think
Annika. She's German,
I
right?
think it's Annika something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, and we were, I mean, huge Rush fan.
Yeah.
And a bunch of my buddies were like, hey, they're doing the reunion tour. They're like coming back out with the girl.
You
Are
guys
you going
going?
to go? Do you want to go? And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Annika Niles. Last name's Niles.
no,
You're not going to do it.
That's
Okay.
not Neil. I'm like, it's not
Yeah.
Rush without
It's
Neil.
not.
Well, to your point, the tour kicked off a couple of days ago, and I have seen multiple videos and angles specifically of YYZ,
Okay.
which is one of their very difficult instrumentals.
Sure.
And I gotta say, dude,
She's crushing it.
she's winning me. She absolutely destroys it. I mean,
Yeah.
absolutely destroys it.
Well, you know I love Rick Beato,
Yeah,
The Atlanta
yeah,
guy who interviews everybody under the sun and is
everyone.
arguably one of the greatest musician interviewers because he's a technician. He can talk to anybody in any
Right.
band about any subject. So he can talk to her. He interviewed all 3 members of Rush, actually, they're all great. But he can talk about tightening drum heads and the
Yeah,
different woods of
yeah,
drums. He can talk to the engineers about the control situation. He can talk to players about playing. Like, he's a really, really versatile thing. And he had some footage of her playing, Tom Sawyer,
yeah,
as did, I think, Eddie Trunk. Remember old Eddie Trunk, like
yeah.
the
Dump the
interview
trunk.
guy or whatever?
Sure.
And the reviews are out of control, amazing.
Oh,
Everyone's
dude.
like, "Dude, she's crushing it." So,
Everyone, I
it
mean, universally, everyone's
yeah,
like, Okay." Like,
yeah.
we welcome her into the Rush
Yeah, I mean, the
pantheon.
question is, like, how do you learn all those songs, right? And her answer is great. It's like, I don't know. I just went chunk by chunk by chunk and learned how to play them, but then I had to learn how to, like, emotionally do it
Yeah,
or you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
That's right.
how to do it, like, there's the
Yeah.
mechanical precision of playing it, and then there's, like, the Rush way, you know?
Well, and that makes perfect
So
sense because,
yeah,
yeah, I mean,
totally.
nerds everywhere, drum nerds everywhere study that catalog and learn how to play it, but it's so technical that
Absolutely.
I would imagine you have to approach it that way,
Yeah.
but that's not
Yeah.
gonna cut it.
Yeah.
For
Well,
real
I mean
Rush fans, that's not gonna cut it.
is Rush the only band where you go to a concert and non-drummers are air drumming the
1,000%,
entire song, right? I mean,
1,000%.
yeah. I mean, name me another band where no one knows how to play any musical instruments, but they're pretending to play the instrument. Like, it's unbelievable, you know?
Well, here's
So
what I think some of the jam
so
bands
are you gonna go? I mean, are you converted now? Like, "Oh, man, I wanna get fixed?"
I don't know because I
Yeah.
don't know when it is, and I don't know
Yeah.
what but here's what I'll say, I would go. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would go. I would
Yeah.
go. If a ticket fell in my lap, I would go. I don't know that I'll seek it out, but there's a good chance a ticket may
Yeah.
come my
I
way.
mean,
You know
there's
what I
no
mean?
doubt that they're one of the most technically precise bands I've ever seen live. I mean, and they have been that way
Always.
literally forever, right?
Yeah.
So even though those guys are older now, I mean, they're older, dude,
Oh,
is
yeah.
like, I know in my heart of hearts, they wouldn't do it if they couldn't do it, right?
Correct.
So you
That's
know
correct.
that it's not like, "Oh, no, it's Motley Crue's final
Yeah.
tour," and
The
like,
Stones are
"Oh."
back out. Oh,
Yeah,
oh, no.
"Oh, you can't hit those notes anymore." You know, it's like,
Yeah.
"No, no, no, Rush can still they can
Nice
still
and
crush it," you
slow.
know? So,
So,
um,
well, the other
yeah,
thing they did, which is brilliant, is, this is gonna be a surprise to some people, but not a ton of female fans, not a high percentage. Uh, so let's go out and hire the female drummer who's totally kicking ass,
yeah.
and maybe even late in our career, we can start to
It's bringing in the women. It is. It
bringing in
totally
some
is.
female
Yeah,
fans. So
yeah,
really, really smart move.
yeah, yeah.
And kudos to her for getting
And they've
out
been
there.
super honest about it since it was I mean, they did all this
Oh, yeah.
stuff in secrecy, and then if you really search out a lot of interviews and a lot of background stuff, it was they were like, "Hey, I don't know that this is gonna work." Like, I mean, they had like 10 or something rehearsals and were like, "Hey, I don't know that this is like, maybe we
Yeah.
shouldn't do it," or whatever that, and then it started to click, you know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like, I mean, can you imagine playing with guys for like 40 years, 50 years, and then trying to replace one of those core members, who's arguably the
The mo
top
the
3 in any, of
Yeah.
the world in everyone's list, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, the pressure for
Well,
her, is legendary, so
and they're a three-piece. You can't
yeah,
hide.
I
There's nowhere
know.
to hide. I
Dude,
mean,
you you can make an argument they're all the lead, you
they
know?
are all the lead.
Yeah, I mean,
Alex,
it's ridiculous,
Getty
so well,
and
speaking
now
I mean, this is a good segue, I think, though. Speaking of, legendary epic Rush fans, right?
yeah,
And, specificity to that end, right? I mean, those guys know the whatever like that. I think that does kind of dovetail into today's topic, right?
sure.
Um, we were thinking about talking about brands that have kind of a cult following. I mean, in
Yeah,
Rush, you could consider musicians. I mean, that's a great way to say, hey, you're
that's
a cult following. You love that artist, and you take that journey with them. Hey, this album's great, but that album's not so good, but you stick with them, you know?
right.
So,
That's right. That's right.
yeah, cult followings as it relates to brands. 3, 2,
Yeah.
1, go. Yeah.
So I thought of a strange one,
Yeah.
and I thought about, um, this, gas station, a
Okay.
little roadside gas station
Okay.
that now has grown up and turned into this wacky,
Mm.
quirky,
Is there a costumed character that wanders around this gas station?
absolutely,
Yeah, okay.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're talking obviously about Buc-ee's,
Yeah.
right?
It's a great one.
And it is have you been to a Buc-ee's?
I have been to a Buc-ee's. I've been to it twice. I've been to 2
It
Buc-ee's.
is it is insane. I
It
mean,
is
it
not for me. I will be the first one to admit it
no,
is not for me.
no,
So,
but it is for millions of people, and they go I mean, my daughter has Buc-ee's sweatpants
yeah, merchandise. Yeah,
because
yeah,
their merch is out of control, and
yeah,
people absolutely love that place. I'm with you.
yeah,
It's not for me, although I do
yeah.
love the giant wall of beef jerky that they
Yeah,
have because
yeah.
I'm a big beef jerky
Sure,
aficionado,
sure.
right?
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
there's absolutely a place in the world for Buc-ee's. I'm not anti-Buc-ee's by any
yeah.
stretch, but, like, you go in there to experience the Buc-ee's, and it's like I mean, it's like, it's not going into Disneyland, but
No, but
it's
it's sensory overload.
loud,
Oh,
it
yeah.
is obnoxious, people are screaming from one side to the other
Yeah.
side, "Rah, rah, rah, rah," I mean, it's a whole
It's
thing,
a
like,
it's a thing, and
so
people love it, and you're driving down the highway and you see the billboard and it's like Buc-ee's, 138
yeah,
miles away.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
exactly, yeah.
yeah, and then you just see billboard after billboard
Yeah,
after
yeah. 40
billboard.
miles, you're getting closer,
You're getting closer.
How
You
many
don't
pumps do
stop.
they have? I mean, they have like 80 or 100 gas pumps too.
Oh,
I mean, it is the
it is
biggest. Yeah,
massive.
yeah.
It is absolutely massive,
People love that though. I mean,
and
that
so
is
I
the cult following for a brand for sure.
yeah, and I
Absolutely.
was looking and so I looked it up right before the pod just real quick and yeah, it totally just started off as this little roadside gas station, and
Yeah.
they just went absolutely bonkers and
Is
have
that really
created
how
this
it started?
yeah,
it was just a
it's
thing,
just a
you know?
small little
Wow.
roadside gas station.
I think
That
supposedly they pay really well too, you
oh, do
know?
they?
Yeah,
I don't
I've heard that from I don't unsubstantiated, but like, oh, if you're a manager at Bucky, like
they do
it's
really
a good
well.
job. It's a good job. It's not
Well, I
like just an
mean,
hourly gobbledygook, So
having been in one of those places, you
yeah,
gotta I mean, to manage that place, I imagine that
yeah.
takes a patient, skilled, person to do that.
No, that
Not a
is
job
well,
I would want.
anytime you're wearing the merchandise of the store, right? Like, oh, you got the pajama pants, as your daughter said, or like you
Right.
see people, with the Bucky's t-shirt, or like,
Yeah.
oh, they threw a sticker on the back of their car. Like,
Oh, yeah.
what? Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I mean, that's living the brand. You know what I
That is
mean?
living
You
the
identify
brand.
with that there. So, um, that was going to be my next thing. There are plenty of brands, but I kind of almost thought more topically or categorically of this. Like
Sure.
speaking of merchandise, my thought was like fashion
Yeah.
as a cult following, right? It's like, oh, we've talked about Adidas and Puma and all the different things, stuff like that. But it's like, oh, if you love Kate Spade, or you love LV bags, or you love whatever. I mean, that you're gonna like you got to get the Coach, this, and then you just keep going with that train. Do you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
almost becomes this weird collectability aspect. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I think fashion brands, I mean, pick one, Kate Spade, whatever, any of those things, it's like, oh, I love Calvin Klein. I always wear Calvin Klein, this, that, and whatever. And it's like, oh, that's what I buy. I buy that thing because it fits me well, and I don't change horses,
Yeah.
which I always thought was interesting. So
Well, another random thought I just had, in this day and age where trends, come and go so quickly, right?
yeah,
Fads,
oh yeah,
news cycles. I mean, everything is
yeah.
just
Your
instantaneous.
15 minutes of Haktua,
It's there and
they're
then it's
gone.
dead.
Yeah, yeah,
Right. So last night I was in my daughter's room talking to my daughter and I said, "Oh, don't forget to take your water bottle tomorrow." She was doing a thing
yeah,
today. I said, "Don't forget to take your water bottle, your
yeah.
Stanley." And she just looked at me and was like, "Stanley?"
Mm.
And she's like, "Dad, that's not a Stanley. It's a what was it? It's the logo with the like
Hydro flask.
yeah, yeah, maybe it was a Hydro Flask. I don't it
Yeah,
was some other one.
yeah,
But I mean, it was as if I had offended her.
yeah.
Like she was like, and I was like,
Stanley.
I was like, she goes, "You remember when Stanley was a thing?" And I was like, "Yeah, you had to have like 8 of them."
Oh my god.
Like,
Okay.
and so
My
I don't
goodness.
so that was my point. Like, I mean, there are all these trends that come like Stanley came along, and I don't know about your household, but like my kids all had to have Stanleys.
Yeah,
And like they're way
we've
overpriced.
got the Dillons, the alkaline things, the hydro
Everybody's got
flasks.
them.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
way too expensive.
yeah.
And now apparently Stanley's it's come and gone. Like we're
I
done.
mean, I don't know about you, man, but I grew up drinking water from a garden hose,
Yeah, yeah.
outside, and like,
I would
and we were lucky to.
lean over the kitchen faucet,
Yeah,
and still,
exactly, exactly, and now it's like a fashion accessory, I've got my Yeti and I sticker everything as whatever, and
Yeah,
and so does everybody else. So,
I do too. That's funny.
speaking of, have you seen those Yeti commercials that have been out and about now? All the
Red my
Yeti
Yeti
on
water.
TV.
I don't think so.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I finally saw like a Yeti television commercial, and it's great. And,
Is
and
it
and now
good?
I see it everywhere. I can't stop seeing it. So,
Is it
um,
like a, I imagine it's just beautiful. Like, it's not like tongue in cheek funny, right? I mean, I
no, no,
imagine
no,
it's
no. So it's
beautifully cinematic, like
yeah, it's decent music. It's I mean, here we I'm describing a commercial. People can just look these things up. But, like, it's a vignette of stock photography, stock shots. It's not like one
yeah,
long thing, so it's constant, and they use the Yeti logo, which is just simple sans serif, 4
yeah,
letters in their little cartouche, right? In the little it's
right,
blue and the white with the whatever, and
right.
dead center of the middle of the screen, they only use four-letter words.
Oh,
Right? And
that's
it's
cool.
all four-letter words inside the thing, and it's a different image behind, and they just keep changing the word, right? Just over and over and over, so it's work. I mean, I'm not gonna remember all the words or whatever
Yeah,
that and it
play,
and it
work,
it
r yeah,
doesn't really
height,
tell a story,
camp.
but it kinda gives you, like, the emotion, and it's
Yeah,
like it's outdoor stuff, it's indoor it's all just cases, it's like rams that are hitting each other, it's got all these weird different things.
yeah,
And then the end card obviously is just their logo, it's just Yeti at
yeah.
the end, right? So,
Super
um,
simple. That's great. That's
yeah,
a
yeah,
good
yeah,
idea.
yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. But, speaking of, like, water bottle brands, I mean, but hey, Yeti ties in perfectly to what we're
Oh,
talking
dude.
about. That's been a cult following brand forever. I mean, remember when we went to Surf Expo and it's like,
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't even we're here with our
We don't
trade show booth. We
we're
have
already
no
sold out. We
yeah,
can't
yeah,
take
yeah.
any orders.
Yeah, yeah, we don't have any product to sell or anything because we're
Yeah.
like
Manufacturing was so backed up that
yeah,
they were like,
yeah.
"We can't even write any orders
I
here.
know,
We're
I
just
know,
kinda hanging out."
I know.
It's funny, I went fishing on a week ago Sunday, and I packed a Yeti cooler that I have, and
Yeah,
it's one of those ones with the backpack and the
yeah.
magnet, that's that one. Um, and I'm proud to say I did not pay for this. This was
Okay.
a
Yeah,
corp
I mean, the Yeti brand is expensive as can
oh,
be.
it's way expensive, but it was a
Yeah,
corporate gift, and I finally, 'cause I'm a fan. I'm a Yeti fan.
yeah.
I like what they do,
I drink out of one
and
every single morning.
took it fishing and put it in the boat, and it's the backpack one, and I finally just looked at my buddy, and I was like, I don't like Yeti soft coolers. I've said it. There, I said it. I can't do the Yeti soft cooler. Like, I'm out.
Yeah,
Because they can't o they still haven't figured out how to open right, and
yeah,
they're just not great. Like,
yeah.
they're sorry, Yeti, but, like, you
They're
gotta do
heavy
something
too.
about
Well,
it.
they're heavy and it's awkward,
Yeah.
so
I mean, the
but
hard
the
plastic one is great.
yeah,
They make a soft one that's like a six-pack one that
yeah,
that opens, like and those are fine, but
yeah,
anytime there's a backpack situation,
yeah.
I'm
Well,
calling
I think
I'm
it's a good
out.
idea because 'cause they're so heavy when you put ice in them and all stuff like that, and you load them with drinks, and you're like, "Oh, shit, like, how am I gonna carry this thing?" So, especially if you're carrying those big ones down to the dock. So I think that's why the backpack kinda became a thing, but I'm with you.
Yeah,
It's not the easiest,
it's not
so,
ideal. Not ideal.
my other one I thought about was and this is, again, kind of off topic from cultish, brand following is I think people become brand followers through a fantastic marketing, dare I say, gimmick of membership rewards points,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh,
So,
yeah.
oh, I can only stay at Marriott properties because I'm a Bonvoy member, right?
That's right.
And I gotta become a silver elite or, oh, I only fly,
Yeah.
Delta Airlines because my Sky Miles and
Guilty.
right? So, I was thinking about like, do I love, I'm a Bonvoy guy, right?
Okay.
Do I love Bonvoy hotels? I don't know. Sure. I mean, the Westin is a
Yeah.
great hotel. I'll go out to San Francisco. I stay at the
Yeah.
W or stay at the Westin or whatever. You know what I mean? And then every single hotel. I mean, even IHG, right? They have the
Yeah.
tier down to nothing. Um, I kinda just need a light switch and a bed if I'm just going on a business trip. I don't need anything fancy. If I'm going somewhere for vacation, I want something better, right? But I
Correct.
do find myself going, "Nope, I'm going to selectively choose from the pool, in that city because I wanna keep the Bonvoy thing going," right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but I don't know that I love, love, love Bonvoy. I do love American Express and membership rewards points. I mean,
Sure.
those are great. But I find it interesting that I think people align with what's already in in the hopper, right?
Yeah.
Because it simplifies the choice, and then you feel like maybe you're getting something back from utilizing their services. So
Well,
it
and
kinda
it's
trapped
almost
us, you know?
it's
Yeah.
almost gamified in a way if you
Yeah,
wanna take
totally.
it even one step further. I mean, I'm a Delta guy
Yeah, through and
through and
through.
through.
Yeah,
And I said on the other podcast, like, it's my one of my favorite apps
yeah,
because I check it all the time to see, "Oh, I've made this, I've
yeah,
made the next level or whatever."
yeah,
And then you take the marriage of Delta and Amex,
yeah.
and dare I say,
2 great tastes that taste great
one of the
together.
twin powers activate.
Totally.
Uh,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
a
I
good
mean, I
one.
told you I've taken a bunch of JetBlue flights, and you're like, "What in the hell is
Why
wrong
would
with
you
you?" And I'm
ew.
like, "Dude, I gotta tell you," I mean, I've been never not Delta for, 28 years, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "I don't know, man, JetBlue's pretty damn nice." Like, I mean, I'm just, like, I'm down with Jet, and I know, but you're like, never. No, no, no
Nope.
JetBlue." And it's like, I don't know, man. Is it better than Delta? No. It's an
Yeah.
airplane. You fly from here to there. You do what,
Yeah.
I mean, uh,
Well,
maybe, I mean, it's not
let's be honest.
Frontier for crying out loud. I mean, there are levels, don't get me wrong, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, you just get, I think that the cult following for brands, is exacerbated by rewards points. And to your
Yeah.
point, the gamification of services,
Well,
which is interesting. So,
and let's be honest. I mean, living in Atlanta, Delta is a beautiful
dude,
thing. I mean, you
yeah,
can go nonstop to anywhere in the
anywhere.
world. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of forces you into the Delta
Yeah.
club, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
to some degree. But I will say, the other thing that they do really well, I'm on a tangent, but once you get Delta does a really good job of customer service when you get to the higher levels, right? The different status levels.
Sure.
I mean, they're coming around saying, "Oh, hello, Rob. Welcome
Yeah.
aboard. Great.
Yeah.
Thanks for being a diamond member." Da, da, da. I mean, they're actually really good about
Wow.
acknowledging, and that goes a long way. They're
Yeah.
like, "Well,
Yeah.
hello. Good to
Yeah.
see you again. Glad
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
back."
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's Chick-fil-A customer service, right? I
Yeah,
mean, it's, "Hey, we're gonna make sure that we say
my
things that."
pleasure.
Yeah,
My
exactly.
pleasure.
That don't say
My
thank you,
pleasure.
you know? Um, yeah, I mean, if we were doing this podcast 10 years ago, we probably would have said a lot of brands like Apple, right? Or a
Yeah,
lot of technology brands, right? Like, "Oh,
yep,
I got the Apple sticker, I put it on my car, I stand in line for
right,
iPhones, I'm
right.
aligned with," you know I mean, to the point where they had that old campaign about, "I'm a Mac and I'm a PC," and like
Mac
the Mac
yeah,
is the cool guy, it's
yeah,
Justin whatever his name was, things like that, right? I mean, a lot of technology brands, I think people are cultish and kinda evangelical about, but I don't know if that's really the case I mean, it's kinda just kinda part of our life now, right? Like,
yeah. Well, it's funny, they were talking about, I was somebody was talking the other day because Apple did their I guess I think it was yesterday,
yeah, they did it
did
yesterday,
one of their developer,
WWDC.
conferences or whatever, and basically they're like, "Hey, Siri." It's like,
Yeah, yeah,
we're gonna make Siri like AI now.
yeah.
They're a little behind the times, but point being, it used to be back in the
Ye
Steve Jobs days, it was like, dude, I mean, people those were events. Like
Oh, yeah,
those
dude.
were like cult
Yeah,
events. We got people camping out at stores, which maybe they
yeah,
still do, maybe they don't, I
yeah.
don't know. But product announcements, I mean, those things were events. Now it's like, no offense to Tim Cook, but it's like,
Who
oh, these are
cares?
all pre-taped,
Yeah,
blah, blah. Like
yeah.
they have completely
Yeah, it
they've
used
kind
I
of lost
mean,
their
Steve
luster.
Jobs had, like, encores. It was like, "Thank
Oh
you,
yeah.
everybody, for coming to Apple, blah, 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 2015," and it'd be like, "Oh, but wait,
But wait,
there's
there's
more.
more.
What's
Yeah.
under this sheet?" You know what I mean? And it was
Yeah.
like, and then it would be like a whole 'nother presentation about this
Yeah.
magical new device, right?
That's right.
People would be standing, cheering, it was literally like an encore at a Rush show, to bring this all the way back around. Yeah, now I read an interesting article about that, WWDC, and it was, hey, it's interesting. It's not about new products. It's about making the products better and making them work. Because I think
Yeah.
holistically across everything, I would agree, or my opinion is, I mean, technology doesn't work as well now as it did 10 years ago. I mean, technology is better, but
Yeah.
it doesn't work as well. Like, it's almost like, remember when things worked, and now we just put up with the fact that, like, oh, Amazon AWS is down, up, Twitter's down, Comcast has an outage, blah, blah,
Yeah.
like nothing works as well anymore. Yeah, there are more features, there's more whatever, but there's literally zero consistency in any technology brand right now, which
Yeah.
is interesting. Like, things just don't work as well. So, our phones don't work as well. I mean, it's almost like it's like we're going all the way back around the horn again and like
Yeah.
getting drop calls again. Like, I've had more dropped calls in the last, call it year than I did
Yeah.
the previous, like, 8 to 10 years beforehand. It's weird, So,
Mine is just,
yeah.
you'd think we've figured out how to block spam calls, but we
Oh
can't.
my
And I
god.
don't know about you, but apparently I have some unresolved tax matter
Yeah.
that people feel the need to call me, I don't know, 8 times a day,
I mean, the
about.
good news is I've been qualified for new roofs,
Oh,
from every company.
that's amazing.
Good
That's
news,
amazing.
our inspection, came
Yeah,
up with the fact that
yeah,
you qualify for a new roof.
yeah,
Okay, great. That's
yeah.
thank you for that.
Oh, I get the random text message that's, "By the way, we're doing tree service in your
Oh
neighborhood. Would
god.
you like any limbs cut down?"
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
mean,
"What?"
yeah.
Anyway,
So, yeah, I
all
mean, I
right.
think yeah. Go
Well,
what
we're probably around the corner here because we've done, we're a bit over time.
Oh.
Um, um, but go ahead, rapid fire. Give me a couple more.
No, 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 I don't have any more, but no, I think just anything that has any type of storytelling component to it, I think is
Yeah,
what people will identify with. So, I mentioned fashion and, there's a storyteller there, we could talk about, like the storytelling properties like Star Wars and things like people where you like feel like you're part of the journey, which gives you like kind of bizarre toxic fandom, I think, to a certain extent. You know what I mean?
right.
Because you feel ownership of those things. But those people will never leave those brands. If I'm a Trekker and I'm into Star Trek,
Never.
like you're never gonna leave that brand, right? Which is interesting. So and people are like that about Game of Thrones, about HBO, so I think brand storytelling too is kind of an interesting aspect to thinking about cultish, you
People
know.
are I mean, look, sports teams.
Oh,
People
oh yeah.
don't people don't abandon their sports teams.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if you move all the way,
Yeah.
if you're from New
Like,
York and you
hey,
move down to
yeah,
California, I mean,
yeah.
you
No,
don't
yeah.
abandon the Knicks.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I
so
know.
anyway,
Do you think the Knicks are
um,
gonna do it? Knicks are gonna do it or the Spurs are gonna do it?
here's what I can tell you, and I'm not a
I haven't
huge
watched a
basketball
single game.
fan. But I what I did well, I did watch game 3. I did watch the one the Knicks, lost the
Okay,
other night.
lost. Yeah.
Um, which was here's what's gonna happen. New York is going to uh, go to ruins whether they win or lose. They're going to
Yeah,
destroy the city.
yeah,
I think the Knicks will do it. I
yeah.
think it's
Knicks
their
in 6.
time. I
Yeah,
think it's going to be the Knicks.
yeah,
San Antonio looked great the other night, but the Knicks came roaring. I mean,
yeah,
they've got a good squad. So well, I don't
yeah,
know. We'll see. We got what game 4 tonight. Um,
yeah.
I think the Knicks will do it. Obviously, that they won't win tonight, but
All right, last one sports prediction, and then we can jump off. Does the USA beat Paraguay in LA in a few days?
absolutely,
We do. Okay, what's your
absolutely.
what's your score prediction?
2-0.
Ooh, okay. I was gonna go 2-1, 2-1 USA. I mean,
I
I'm a
think
homer.
that's a I'm telling you, we looked pretty good in our
Mhm.
last, friendly. We looked pretty good. So
Yeah,
I
agreed.
am, that was nice to see before the tourney starts,
Yeah, yeah,
It was nice to see them and go, "Whoa, all right.
agreed, agreed.
I'm kinda getting behind the boys
All
now."
right,
So,
well, we put it on tape or put it on the internet. Let's hope it comes to pass, you know?
let's do it,
So
let's do it. World Cup kicks off tomorrow afternoon,
I
so
know.
very
I can't.
exciting.
I can't. How are we
And
gonna
here's the
watch all these games, you know?
Well, dude, I was talking to my wife and I'm like, "Babe, I don't think you understand what's about to happen, like how
Yeah,
much TV
yeah,
I'm about to watch." There's
yeah, yeah,
literally games on every single day,
yeah, yeah,
for the next, month and a half or 2 months or whatever it is.
yeah, yeah.
So very exciting. So go USA, Friday night,
Yep.
9 o'clock, Paraguay, however you wanna say it, tune in.
Yeah, it's gonna be
All right,
awesome.
where can the people find us,
The
Don?
people can
Where are
find
they
us
gonna find us?
online at mocktheagency.com and
Yeah.
all the socials. So,
All right,
uh,
everybody.
all right, everybody. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time.